Hi everybody. So I just wanted to make this video because um I was feeling guided to, not that I really want to, but we know how that goes. Uh I have a disclaimer before I even start this video. And that disclaimer is that what I'm about to say in this video, I in no way, shape, or form am seeking any kind of donations or money or anything like that. As a matter of fact, to prove that, anybody that has my connects and knows my details and stuff like that, if you send me any money, I will just turn around and return it right back to you. That's how serious I am about this. But what I do want to talk about is money and pay and the unfairness of what it's actually like living in this world, being someone who is just a regular person who makes minimum wage and tries to survive on that. This is just my testimony of my experience. Take it, leave it, or throw it in the garbage. Either way, much love to you. So, today's my payday. And let's just say, those of you who can do math out there, I make $12 an hour. Nowhere hires full time, at least in my area. So, $12 an hour for an average of 30 hours a week of work. That's the best I have been able to find. And when I first came to this area, I spent a good month or two trying to find something that would at least give me the wherewithal financially to not lose everything I have worked very hard to achieve for myself. So, for a little background, I have faced over 3.5 years of homelessness. I left a very abusive domestic violence situation at that time. Also, was getting off of drugs. And it has been quite a journey over the last 3+ years now. Years. I have been state to state, county to county, shelter to shelter, park bench to park bench. Slept in the back seat of a friend's car. I even slept in a porta potty one night. I put myself in a psych ward a couple of times just to get myself out of the snow and cold and ice because I was in so much pain that I really wanted to die in that moment of desperation. So I did the only thing I thought I could do since I had been there, done that with psych wards in the past. So I was like, well, I'll just go in for 3 days. I'll get a shower, food, it'll be warm, I could sleep. They'll keep me nice and sedated and medicated in there. So that's what I did. Uh, Even though my exterior world has been hell, literally, the pit of the abyss, as I like to refer to it, it has also been, for me, the greatest journey of inner healing and finding myself and healing traumas and going it alone. It was literally me, my 2 legs, and a couple of bags. Um, every time I'd get situated at a new shelter, they always have a 30, 60, or 90-day rule. So if you're not self sufficient, financially stable, have a place of your own, and on your feet, fully recovered and healed in 30, 60, or 90 days, you're out. So I faced that a couple of times. Florida, Pennsylvania, Illinois. I took a stop in Texas about 6 months ago on just a final desperate leap of faith. I was like, I'm just going to go somewhere nobody knows me and I can start all over. My sons really have nothing to do with me. My dad barely speaks to me, and he's, 77. My youngest sister really has never had anything to do with me. And my other sister threw me out twice in the last couple years when I had nowhere else to go but to stay with her. Not blaming, I'm over it now, just saying these are the course of events. And for some reason, I just keep plugging along trying. I do feel there is a final destination for me of some kind of, justice in all of this, or culmination of like, okay, Jen, you worked very hard, which I have. There was a point I was walking 45 minutes in literal tropical heat of Florida to my job, and then working, which was fast food. So I was on my feet another 8 to 10 hours, and then walking home 45 minutes after that. Well, I shouldn't say home, back to the women's shelter that I was at. Literally put a hole in my shoes. And yet what I did accomplish is, in August of this past year, buying myself a car. So your girl has been trying and doing it, me, myself, and I. I don't get food stamps. I don't have medical insurance. I could barely get any assistance from all the so-called domestic violence advocacy groups. Well, I've used multiple of them in multiple states, and here I still am. No assistance. So, I've worked at the jobs that I knew I could get in quickly and have the hours I needed, at least to try to make enough, but it never is. And so this brings me to the point of this video where I got my piddly little paycheck today, and I'm like, okay, cool. As soon as I pay my car insurance, my phone, and get my weekly, food and toiletry needs, toilet paper, laundry detergent, blah, 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 I'm broke again. There's never anything to put towards the future or invest in something better, even myself, which one of the things, I really wanted to do was start some kind of formal education in something so I can get out of the food service, retail, corporate bullshit, menial jobs for minimum wage. I am not trying to be cocky or arrogant when I say this, but in intelligence alone, I value my worth in myself way more than $12 an hour. Sorry, world. But that's the truth. And if that's you out there too, and you're better than what you're actually doing, but you don't really have a choice because you have to find a way to survive in this world, I get it. And that's why I'm doing this. Like, I can't speak a language of elite billionaires because I'm not one. I can't speak a language of tech savvy, technocratic people because I'm not that. But what I can speak about is real people out there, while the red and the blue want to say, oh, the perfect and great economy. Bullshit, because here I am, and I know there's many of you out there that we are like the living proof that that's not the truth. So, elections coming up, everything's getting crazy in the world, prices are skyrocketing, wars going on. It's the same typical thing, and yet everybody's going out in droves. They gotta vote, they gotta vote, they gotta vote. Well, maybe think about stop voting. Stop playing their party games, and all political parties in affiliation with these big corporations, and they're all sitting back making money on us. Always talking, but never doing anything. I swear, go ask your nearest Trump or Biden supporter, or fanatic, if you really want to call it facts these days. Ask them a specific, poignant question as to what specifically, in detail, their candidate did for them that they like. Half of them won't have an answer because it's like a brand that they follow, like a sports team. And that's exactly what it is. Politics, politricks. Red and blue, blood and crip, party games, flags and colors, gangs. Stop participating. Anyways, I gotta go budget out my pennies for the week while others up there are flying around emitting harmful amounts of CO2 in their big private jets. Have a great day.